that. We are, it's still thinking. We're live.
Hi, welcome to the StockinetteZombies. I'm Amy, also known as J-Nitma.
And I'm Megan, also known as Just Run It. And this is episode 332.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Little chaos. This
Little chaos.
set up because Zoom decided to update, so now I'm on my phone. Hopefully everybody can see and hear me okay.
Yep, I sure can.
Okay, good.
That's a good start.
Yeah, great.
I see Sarah, Laura, and Claire out in the chat. Hello. Thanks for joining us live. How are things going in your world, Miss Amy?
Busy for sure. I'm working from home this week because somebody in my workplace tested positive for COVID, and I was identified, contact traced. So, I don't know. I have to call my HR person and get cleared to go back in.
Yeah. And you're like all on board with that, right? Going back in. You want to be back in?
Strangely, yeah. I mean, today is nice and yesterday was nice. It's nice to have the option to work from home, and I try to make the best of it. But at the same time, I enjoy being in, seeing different people and interacting face to face with people. I don't know.
Yeah. I think in my ideal world, it's a hybrid. I don't know if I'm slow or you're, I don't know if you're getting you were a little for me, but anyway, okay. I think it's cleared up now.
Okay. Oh yeah, it says that on mine.
Okay. So I think I caught most of that, but yeah, in my world, it's like the Goldilocks, right? You don't want to be constantly in the office. You don't want to be constantly at home. You want to mix. But my employer has not gone down that route. So at home I stay.
Yeah. I mean, again,
go ahead.
I'm on the fence about it again. Like I hear people who like really prefer working from home and get upset that they're being asked to go back into work, and I'm like, I understand you think that I don't know.
Yeah.
I defer to my employer.
Yeah.
And if
well,
I was
and a lot
really
of it is just personal.
I would quit.
Yeah, personal preference. I mean, yeah. It is what it is, right? I mean, I'm an extrovert, but I could see how an introvert would kind of prefer that at home they've got their own quiet spaces and they can control their temperature and when they interact with people. And so I guess I'm empathetic to both sides, both the introverts and the extroverts, and those who want to work from home and those who want to go in the office. Ideal state we'd all get to choose our preference, but yeah.
Well, again, I think that there's a certain amount of people that might wear a mask at work. They're not themselves when they're at work, and they feel better when they're at home because they're not masking. And so I sympathize with that, but I've always been myself at work. So,
and you mean masking, not like COVID masking?
I mean putting on a persona.
Yep. Well, again, people probably didn't tune in to hear all about our working from home preferences and whatnot. You recently had your anniversary. I saw a really cute picture. There's the funny story of when we were going to like bridal expos and we were telling people that we were getting married in September and they thought we were marrying each other. Right. That was before I was a knitter. So that's funny. And now we throw a Yarny wedding every year. So yeah, good times.
I tried to put that in the save the date, but Megan took it out.
I'm sorry.
That we were throwing our Yarny
for people
wedding.
That were new to it, I thought perhaps it would be like, what?
I understood why you did it. I just thought it was funny.
I thought perhaps it was one of those things that people put in when they ask folks to proofread to see whether or not the person caught it.
You thought I was trying to trick
how
you?
I took it, but yeah. So I'm taking Friday off. I keep on wanting to say tomorrow. I guess tomorrow is my Friday to celebrate, because we're headed to a mountain biking event this weekend. So nothing says happy anniversary like spending all day Saturday and all day Sunday at mountain biking races and all sleeping in the same hotel room. So we're gonna take advantage of when the kids go to school and have a little day date on Friday. Hopefully things aren't packed either. Every time we walk, so this is a ZK related story, then we can get to whips. Every time we walk downtown on adventure walks to go to the library or go to coffee or whatever, Jeremy goes, I've never been to Crave, but you went with your ZKers and Amy. And so, yeah, I'm finally going to take him to Crave on Friday.
Awesome.
So he'll quit pointing out that, like, I guess I vacation in Rochester and that's why I've been.
Absolutely. There's a lot of places I've been downtown because of ZK that my family hasn't been to. So,
yep.
Including that rooftop bar place that doesn't seem to exist anymore.
Yeah. So yeah, this week we're talking about whips. We do have some exciting ZKN stuff coming up, but not quite this weekend. So we are talking to Samantha Guerin, sorry, not this weekend, but next weekend. And really pay attention to the calendar, that email that's coming out to you, and the calendar on the webpage, because I'm adding things like we're going to watch Hocus Pocus. I've got a couple of folks that I need to add in November and December. And so lots of really exciting stuff happening, and make sure to mark your calendar so that you can attend and join us. So.
Yeah, I saw that Hocus Pocus one. I was like, woo.
Yeah. I plan to wear my Sanderson sweater. It's finished, so you're not going to see it today. But I am in love with it. It is magical.
Awesome.
It is a magical Sanderson sweater. But we'll talk about that in FOs. What you got for whips?
So I'm working on my Illuminate, and I think I'd mistakenly said before that this was Swan's Island, but it's actually Sincere Sheep. And as I recall, Swan's Island is a little bit rougher, maybe, I don't know. But this is Sincere Sheep.
So pretty.
Yeah.
I love how you broke up the charts with the different colors.
Yeah, I had the two colors, and I was going to make, there was something in my queue that I was destined to make with this yarn because it had similar colors, but I hadn't bought the pattern yet, and I had Illuminate in my library, and I saw everybody else making it, and so I jumped on board. But that means that I only have enough, I only have two skeins, one of each color for that yoke, and so I won't be doing any of the stripes.
Stripeless.
Yeah. So although I am finding that it is boring, it's not as potato chippy as everybody else's excitement, right? Because I'm not striping. I'm just kind of going, I want something to do.
Yeah.
So I did move a different sweater into my active whips last night because I was getting kind of bored. I added like 2 or 3 inches to my Illuminate and went, I need to do something else. So this is Bavarian. Is that right?
Yeah, I don't. It's a lot of A's, right? So it's Bavaria or Bavaria. Yeah.
So it's got an interesting color work where it can be kind of scrappy. And I have 4 colors, and so this is the color I have the most of. So it'll probably be a lot more edition, because right now I think it's a crop, and I'll probably make it a little bit longer, and then I can also do the sleeves. But we'll see. I don't know if I have enough yarn for that.
Is that, you're using, I know it's written for DK because I knit my, last time I went to Rhinebeck, that was one of my Rhinebeck sweaters.
Yep. I am knitting it in DK.
Okay.
And these are from Colorful Eclectic.
Okay. Yeah.
So
She's
these are
got
my
great pinks.
4 colors, with this bigger pop being the one I have the most of.
Mm-hmm.
But as I'm looking at them, I'm just like underwhelmed by these two.
Next to each other.
Yeah. So like I like them all together, but when I
Mm-hmm.
think about how they're going to have to stack, I'm having a little puzzle in my mind on how to do it. So I might be putting more of this color, just kind of have it occur more often.
Cycle it in. Yeah.
Yes, cycle it in more. And I'm also thinking of doing it the scrappy way. So she has things where like stripe A matches stripe B, or squiggle
Yep.
chevron A matching chevron
Yeah.
B.
She's got a, yeah.
Whereas I think I'm going to just have each chevron be, a different progression in the color. Like I'm not going to have them grouped. So it'll
Mm-hmm.
look more scrappy and not as intentional through those changes, but still only with these 4 colors. Although I do have a really bright yellow scrap that I'm kind of wanting to throw in here. I mean, it's highlighter yellow. I was like, oh, that might be interesting. So I'm rattling around that one in my brain. I haven't quite decided yet. I know that these together are beautiful and will make a beautiful sweater, but I'm just
Sounds
trying to.
like Bizarro World. You saying that you were only going to have one whip to show, and you kind of like trying to figure out colors. That seems like we've done a little Freaky Friday
Freaky
role
Friday, yeah.
reversal here.
Right, again, and the only reason I picked this one up was because of, I'm on the body.
Yep. Yep.
And since it's a sport weight, it's a lot of knitting around.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But that's
Yeah,
all I had.
I cast on last night my Alder Grove again by Samantha Guerin. My feed is going to be taken over by her because I just finally took photos of my petal party crop,
Mm-hmm.
which I absolutely loved her response. As a designer, I really appreciate it when people pick up designs and make my designs and make up my own. And that was kind of her response as well. So because I mod everything, I feel bad almost sometimes tagging folks and saying this is your design. So I had a little bit of a like, this isn't really cropped and this has long sleeves because I live in Minnesota. And she was like, that's awesome. I need to knit one. So super excited to chat with her. But this is, so I'm modding this in that she had written it to be with the why can't I think of the with the thick and thin
Slub.
the slub. Yes, that's the word that I was looking for, slub. And also with the two colors being very similar, just on 2 different bases. And
Yeah,
I
so they'd
was
be
like,
very
I want
texture oriented rather than color stripes. Yeah.
exactly. And I was like, I want different colors. I can't deal with slub. So this is Dirty Water Dye Works at the top. And then this is the much anticipated cotton fluff from Lavender Loon, which is what the pattern is written to use. So that's alpaca, merino, and cotton. And I think the cotton is kind of some of the core that you're seeing there that kind of pops through. It's a really interesting, like it's got this white like thread through the core, and then I think it's the alpaca and merino kind of swirls around it. But this is the upper part, and then there's just kind of stripes throughout. I chose not to have, she had it written so that you could see the seam at the top, and I just picked up and didn't have a visible seam at the top. But I'm super loving working with this base. I can't say I've been on like a mohair streak because this doesn't have mohair in it, but it is that kind of that same feel, right? Like it's kind of a very fluffy,
Yeah, it's got a halo.
yes. So cotton fluff. And this is that, it's their tributary base, fish belly fibers. And I said fish belly earlier, right?
You did not.
Okay. Maybe I said it wrong earlier. It is fish belly from ZK 2021. And the color is Horizon. I don't know if the camera is really picking it up, but there are some really nice like gray sections, and it's just a nice, really nice little tonal. And the fluff is a green, but it's kind of reading a little bit of a blue against this blue, like it's making it slant more bluish. So yeah, I'm super enjoying that. It'll be fun to get in the round and not be doing the pearl back rows. Yeah. And then my adventure walk project is another use it or lose it, but I've already my use it or lose it with my Marigold Jen in my Sanderson sweater for September. Say that 5 times fast. Sanderson sweater for September. This is a Cyborgs craft room that I was really hoarding. I wanted to do something really special with it, and I had been wearing my long, my crop that I extended, the ripple crop top, to bed, and kind of under some of my, my husband actually asked me about it, under some of my mohair sweaters that were just like fluff. He's like, is knit on knit like a thing now for you? So I decided to make another ripple crop top, not cropped. Basically, I just do the instructions. It's worked from the bottom up, and then end up with I think I just got done with the band that's going to be under bust, and I'm doing the part that's across the chest. And yeah, it's been a nice while I'm walking knit to practice ribbing. And since it's just in the round and round, it's been good. I can tell you that my route around the neighborhood, I generally get about 3 rows added because I'm alternating. You can see from the inside and the outside, so lots of strands attached, to make sure that I didn't get like any weird streaking or pooling. I really wanted it blended. There's some places, but this is Land of the Sky Blue Waters. A very precious skein to me, and absolutely love these colors. Miss Megan a great deal, and have had her in my thoughts a lot while I was walking and knitting with this. But the really great thing about walking and knitting this is that if I get to where I need to set it down, I can just put my arm through it. And I've got this one or this one. But yeah, so this has been my walking project. I haven't had a pair of socks on the needles, which is odd for me, but I do have my my September farm to needle from Farmer's Daughter Fibers that I need to get on the needle. I don't think we showed that off in favorite things.
Yeah, I received it and then it went into its location and I forgot.
Yep.
With all its friends.
But I'm very patiently waiting. So very excited to chat with Sam or Samantha and have those on. But I'm very patiently waiting for Hohi's KAL to kick off.
Oh yeah,
so in addition to do the Comfy Cozy KAL with ZKN and the Pigskin Party, I joined a team there. Also have Hohi's KAL coming up. And I've picked my yarn for my newspaper. So this will be a needle adjacent project. But yeah, it's going to be a bright one.
It's blue and green. Surprise, surprise.
Who would have thought? Yes. So this is Barefoot by Sun Valley Fibers. And this is Poison Dart by Spun Right Round.
That's pretty.
Yeah, I think they'll work well together with that they coordinate, but there's no, I mean, other than like a couple of speckles, there's not really large swaths of this color in this color. So I think that brioche in it is going to be super fun and super poppy with these 2 colors.
Yeah, I definitely thought about like a light speckle would be really fun in that one.
Yeah, I mean, she's got a black, and then I think it's possibly a speckle in hers. Okay. I think, maybe I'm wrong. I just know that speckles look really pretty in brioche because different colors kind of come to the surface, right? Yeah, so pretty, so pretty. And you've got a few that you're waiting to cast on for Hohi as well, right?
Yeah, rituals, and I want to do the hat and the socks from her collection from the fall. I don't have their names at the top of my brain, but I'm going to do a sweater, a sock, and a hat during the, yeah, that's the goal anyway.
I signed up for a ton of things because I couldn't remember whether or not what I had signed up for and couldn't find like a way to confirm it. So I've probably signed up for like 6 sweaters or something like that. Obviously, I'm not going to do it in that time frame, but it's I've been entered. So if anybody's out there on Hoagie's threads on the 20th and seeing like Megan signed up for 7 sweaters, how many does she think?
Well, you could do it if you set your mind to it.
But do I want to set my mind to it? We got a lot of stuff going on in September and October, so
for sure. Well, yeah. And Samantha, our guest, not this week but next, has a new pattern launch today.
I have very cool, I bought that one as well.
Color work, yeah, and I'm
forgetting what it's called. Code. I have the tab up on my phone.
Something Joy. Thought it was Joy.
I have the tab up, but yes, Winter Joy? No, Wild Joy.
Wild Joy. Yes.
If the photo.
So apparently the joy struck me more than the wild.
Mm-hmm. If the photo would load, like, oh, she's so cute. I love how she styles things. She's got that hat and the sandals, and yeah. I probably don't have all of those colors, but I've definitely been thinking about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would need a kit because it's worsted weight. Mm-hmm. I don't have a whole lot of worsted weight unless I wanted to say, okay, DK is close enough. But yeah, and then I really liked the detail within the triangles. I thought they were really good.
Yeah, it's a cool pattern motif that I've not seen. And then yeah, all of those colors are gorgeous, but we're hitting your 12:30 time frame.
Well, and I also had to look at the date because ZKNers have a very exciting Friday, right? Mm-hmm. So we're getting excited to have some people sign up for the retreat again. I'm excited. I've been marching, like, okay, it's just a few more days. So yeah, exciting.
Absolutely. All righty. Well, thanks for joining us. It was great to show off what we've got in progress, and feel like my FO pile is getting big, so I have to wait for that to come back.
Wow. Yeah. Good for you. I don't think I have anything new. I had such a big pile last time. I think I might have to wait a while to get something.
Well, you started a bunch of things, right? So yeah. Yep.
All right. Bye.
Bye, Ufta.